Welcome back, guys. Another live stream. Back by popular demand. It is 12 o'clock Eastern Time. But here I am, back again to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I released a video earlier today. Henry Cejudo single-handedly ruined his career. That was a decent video I put out. That was a video we talked about in the stream last night. So I figured I'd do it today for you guys. I also have out, if you haven't checked out, my Anthony Smith, Johnny Walker prediction is out on the channel. You also have my Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Jailton Almeida prediction out on the channel. But I'm here at damn near midnight. And we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, to be honest. Just throw it in the chat. I put in the title, Aljamain Sterling, Sean O'Malley Merab versus Cejudo, and Belal Muhammad a title shot. Because I've seen a lot of people delegitimizing Belal Muhammad because of the injuries to Gilbert Burns. Well, guess what? Belal's the one that caused those injuries, okay? And people keep delegitimizing Belal to the point I might have to make another video. It's an embarrassment, dude. You guys base your assessment on skills and assessment on performances based on who you like and dislike. If Conor put on that performance, half of you guys would just be deep-throating him. Oh, the kid's done everything we've ever asked of him. You just be deep-throating Conor McGregor. I'm not saying necessarily everyone in this chat, but I'm saying a lot of fans in general, the MMA community as a whole. But if it was whoever else I'm trying to think of another cult-like following fan base. But yeah, just because it's I was intentionally making those types of noises because it's a fighter they don't like for whatever reason it may be. They excuse it away. If Gilbert Burns had that same performance against Belal, you guys wouldn't be making those excuses for Belal. You wouldn't be saying, "Oh, well, Belal was injured." You'd be saying, "Oh, he got injured in the fight." Go back and watch my channel. Every single time there's an injury in a fight, I am consistent. Now, there are rare occasions where it's different circumstances. Case in point, Tom Aspinall, Curtis Blades. Happened so early. You know, we didn't really get to see the fight play out. But for something like that, people are just excusing away Belal having a good performance in it, and it's ridiculous to the point I want to make another video about it almost. Anyway, what's up, Fries? What's up, Andy? What's up, Hulk? Make some noise. If you are ready, I will make some noise. Let's do it. Got my popcorn ready. New York Strip Joey, glad I'm in early for the pleasure that you are. Praying for a Boston crab tonight? Yeah. Maybe you get one. I don't know. What's going on, Joey? I have Jailton on my parlay, but I'm a bit nervous with the size of Biggie Boy and his power, dude. I'd be nervous too. I really hope Lionheart brings his A game. We'll have to see. He's coming off an injury, so that's what I'd be pretty confident in my pick. I picked Anthony Smith to win that. I'd be confident if he wasn't coming off the injury. Coming off the injury makes it very, very subjective. Did you see Yuri's team saying he won't be ready for 292? Does not surprise me. What's up, Joel Bell? I'm not denying a title shot for Belal, but I'm not denying the fact he won't be able to bring numbers. Double-edged sword. Dude, Colby's not bringing numbers either. I mean, seriously, we're talking a difference between like 100,000 pay-per-view buys. Maybe. Leon versus Colby, I doubt that even does 400,000 pay-per-view buys. People act like, Colby's a massive draw. I don't think Leon Colby's doing over 400,000 pay-per-view buys. I'll be damned. Ain't no way it does over 500. That's like the max it would do. I mean, the minimum Leon versus Belal would do, I would say be like 250, 300. So, come on now. We're talking the difference between 100,000 pay-per-view buys. People are acting like it's a million pay-per-view buys that it dictates it. They can stack that card and hopefully, build it up a little bit more. It's ridiculous. And also, if we're worried about pay-per-view buys, then why are we giving Colby the title shot? Let's just give it to Conor. Yeah, Colby Covington's lowest rated ESPN card of like 2018. Yeah, he really brings those numbers. His fight against Jorge Masvidal did rumored to do under 400,000 buys. So yeah, he's really a big pay-per-view star. When Jorge Masvidal is a bigger star than him, and it did under 400,000 buys. That's reported by the Las Vegas Sports Business Journal, or maybe it's just a Sports Business Journal. Yeah, Colby brings a lot of numbers. Dude's trying to defend him in the chat. There's no evidence to support that Colby Covington is anything more than a middle-of-the-pack fighter in terms of pay-per-view sales. There's nothing to suggest that Colby Covington is a pay-per-view draw. That is a myth. That is a fantasy. The second that changes and we have some evidence to back it up, then we can live in that world. Just because you believe Colby's a draw because he gets some views on Instagram or YouTube doesn't actually make him a draw. Nobody cares to see Colby Covington fight. Or not the casuals, at least, is what I'm trying to say there. I misspoke, so don't crucify me on that. Because I care to see Colby Covington fight personally. But the casuals don't care. What's up? What's up, Flat Earth? Who in the top 15 has the best chance of beating Aljo? Honestly, probably Song Yadong, I would say. Leon Colby, I'll say, does 350. Exactly. And probably Leon Belal does like 250, 300. So we could potentially be talking 50K difference in pay-per-view buys. I do not believe Colby's a draw at all. I think I said it in my video, Belal Colby does more than Colby Leon. Hold on one second. Colby's overrated. UFC 268, Colby Usman sold 700K buys. He thinks he sold it himself. The card was stacked. Exactly. Card was stacked. And also, not that Usman was a massive draw, but people thought Colby could be the guy to beat Usman after being a dominant champion for a while. And the first fight was very good. So, realistically, Colby and Usman, I mean, Colby is responsible for what? 100,000 of those? 150 maybe? Usman, Gaethje, Chandler, the card was stacked. So, and that's the only evidence. And even 700K for that level of pay-per-view in terms of quality on it, yeah, it's meaningless. It's meaningless in terms of Colby's drawing power, in my opinion. Any chance you can talk about Shavkat and when his next fight might be? Usman makes sense, only game left in town, but also Q for title shot. One would be eliminated as a contender. I don't know. I seen on Twitter right before I jumped on here, Hamzat posted that he kind of alluded to that he's fighting Usman. He put Usman's tag with a check mark. Usman would fight Hamzat. So, if that happens, I don't know. If I had to guess, because it was supposed to be Belal, damn, I would love to see Shavkat versus Hamzat. That's a shame and a half. Yeah, it would have to be Usman, basically, but that's not going to happen. I don't think Usman's going to fight him. So, he just fought Jeff Neal. Maybe he fights the winner of Wonderboy Michel Pereira, but that got canceled, didn't it? So I don't even know. Realistically, what it should be is it should be Leon versus Belal, Shavkat versus Colby, Usman versus Burns. 2. But I don't know what's next for Shavkat. Maybe he waits around and hopefully jumps into a random title shot somehow. So, if Colby was a draw, why would they not reveal the 272 numbers against Masvidal? Yeah, the Sports Business Journal reported that Oliveira versus Gaethje did the best pay-per-views up until that point in 2022. So that means, and that pay-per-view did 400,000 buys. So that means Jorge versus Colby did under 400,000 buys. Yeah, he's a big draw, guys. What's up? Skywalker, Colby versus Israel is going to be fun. Doubt it. It's never going to happen in a million years. And Adesanya would literally starch him out cold in the first round. It'd be a bad KO. Cheeto versus Jan is the best fight to make. I like that fight. Yeah, the fight got canceled. Cheeto versus Jan could be a career ender for Jan. If he loses, he would be on a 5-fight losing streak. Should be Jan versus Font. Dude, that's crazy to think of Jan on a 5-fight losing streak. That's straight up wild. That is straight up wild. Could you imagine that? I couldn't imagine that. But that's the world we live in, I guess. I say do Shavkat Hamzat on a stacked card. It's a win-win. You build both names regardless. I swear on my life, I think Hamzat Shavkat as a pay-per-view main event does better than Colby versus anyone. That'd be a huge fight. Maybe Shavkat can fight. Saturday, I'm attending my first UFC fight, UFC Charlotte. It's an R8 card, so I'm hyped. John Mundy. Thank you for the tweet, my friend. I believe it was you, right, that tweeted me? Thank you for pointing that out to me, dude. That's awesome. I hope you have a good time at the UFC card. Shavkat versus Hamzat is a lot of people's wet dream, but I don't see it happening. I don't think it's ever going to happen. I really don't think it's ever going to happen. I'll be honest. Every time there's a fight, you know, I've been a fan for 13 years. Every time there's a fight like that, where you're like, oh, you know, I really want to see this fight, but it's probably going to happen in a couple years, it never, ever happens. It never, ever, 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 ever happens. So, don't hold your breath. I think it's never going to happen, unfortunately. Shavkat versus Usman would be a lot of fun. People ignoring Belal's foot injury, even though he threw a lot of meaningful kicks with damaged ankle, is making me sick to my stomach. Belal's better than Burns, and people need to accept this. Yeah, I 100% would pick Belal over Burns if they were both 100%. And I think Belal would beat him even worse if he had a full training camp and wasn't injured. So, I don't know. People just want to, for whatever reason, discredit him. Colby draws more than Belal. Yeah, but just marginally. He seemingly generates lots of social media attention and promotional power. It does not translate into huge numbers. Exactly. Colby Covington is the power slap of UFC. He draws social media numbers, but that doesn't translate to pay-per-view buys. That's basically it. He seemingly... Okay, read that. I realized Hamzat only has 2 welterweight wins in the UFC. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Imagine if they somehow got Shavkat Hamzat in Abu Dhabi. Oh, my God. I'd watch Juliana Pena for 3 pay-per-view headliners in a row if we got Shavkat Hamzat. I would trade that. I would take that trade-off any day of the week. That'd be sick. That'd be absolutely sick. Hey, Joey, someone sent you a super chat last night with a rap as the message. Can you recruit them to write a different rap for Kelvin Gastelum's channel? Oh, my God. Somebody told me about Kelvin Gastelum's rap. It's so bad. It is so bad. It is so corny. It is so horrible. I need to do... Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Derek. We need Derek to write a new rap for Kelvin Gastelum's channel. Some dude put in his rap, the only guy to like beat Adesanya or take it to Adesanya, something like that. Shit is corny as hell. Honestly, imagine having to listen to that every time you click on a Kelvin Gastelum video. They found some dude on a street corner by a flea market and was like, hey man, can you throw some bars for us real quick? Can you throw some bars for us real quick? He's like, look, we'll give you $15 and we'll buy you Subway. And he was, all right, I got some bars for you. Oh, my goodness. That was horrible. Horrible, 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 horrible. Joey, I remember you saying Khamzat might not be allowed to fight in the USA. I'm starting to think it could be fairly true. I'm thinking about making a video. I just feel like it's so highly speculative. It's so highly speculative. But I really do believe that's the case. So I guess I should make the video. Because when you're in close relationship with a warlord who's entrenched in a war currently, who is known for his war crimes, chances are you're on some type of red flag list to enter the United States. And Kadyrov and Khamzat, they're like hanging out together. He's training with his kids. So I really do believe that's the case. And when Dana was asked about whether or not Khamzat could enter the United States, Dana got real squirrely. So I really should make that video. It'd probably get a lot of views, but I just wish I had more evidence to back it up. I wish I could check with some government database and see who was flagged. USA database. Who's banned from entering United States? Let's see, Treasury Department. Let's see if this works. Can I search this? Your search has not provided any results. Where's he living at nowadays? Sweden? I don't know, but that's... I wish I could find a way to search it. UFC sanction list. I wish I could know. He claims Sweden as home, right? Why can I not find Sweden? Oh, here's Sweden. Name Khamzat. It's not coming up on anything. There's got to be a way to figure it out, but let's see if it's like a random name. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. I wish there was a way to look it up. Because I really do think that's the case. I do think that's the case. Hold on one second. Joel Bell, thank you for the $20 dono for having to listen to KG's channel rap. Yeah, dude, it's so bad. It's horrendous. He's like something, I smoked out of Sanya. It's horrible. It's horrible. I remember hearing that shit and I was like, damn, this shit's bad. This shit's really bad. Like, even just saying that, I didn't feel right about even regurgitating it. But let me see if I can Google Khamzat Chimaev banned from USA. Yeah, I don't know. I found something from 2022 where he was having visa issues. He was having visa issues in the lead up to the Gilbert Burns fight. I don't know, man. It's just fishy to me. And then there was that story. Remember that story where his passport was seized in Russia or some shit like that? I don't know. I have no idea. But thank you, Joel Bell, for the $20 dono. I appreciate you. I banned Kelvin for that intro. Yeah, Kelvin should be banned for that intro. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet liked the stream, I would appreciate if you guys could like the stream. It really helps the channel. It really helps support the channel. And also double check and make sure you're subscribed. Colby claims he could beat Islam if he went up to 170. What do you think? I think Colby could. 170, Kelvin, how does he do? I don't know. He misses weight and then he never fights it again. I heard a rumor they offered him Wingstop, but I guess Subway will do, yeah. Jack's eating cheeseburgers. Every time Hamzat has made welterweight, it's been sketchy. He lost like 3 pounds in an hour. One time he did it. Then had a tail. Dude, Hamzat is bouncing around from Dubai and Sweden like he had divorced parents. If Hamzat is being punished for training and attending parties with Kadyrov's children, why shouldn't the same apply to Ali Abdelaziz, Gaethje, Usman, or Cejudo? Good question, dude. And I don't know if you're serious or not because this is a really dumb question. I believe all 3 of those guys are all United States citizens. They can't be denied entry when they're United States citizens. Let's look it up. The only one I'm not sure is Ali Abdelaziz. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a citizen. I can't find direct data on that, but I think he is. But I couldn't find anything on the sanctioned search list. But I searched the name Joe too, and nothing came up. Did you see the story of 21 amateur MMA fighters? Of the 21-year-old amateur MMA fighter who died, it was UFC bound. I saw something about it, but I didn't read into it. Did you see Dana White saying Power Slap did more numbers than other sports combined? Yeah, dude, Dana's a clown. He's a perpetual liar. What do you expect? Does Mighty last win cement his status behind only Coke Jones and GSP? Sure. Swedish MMA Federation banned Hamzat and his training partners. He was barred entry to the USA before 273. And would it shock anyone if Hamzat was like tied up in some dumb shit too? Belal, Colby prediction. I'm going Belal. I think he's the better striker, and I don't think Colby will be able to wrestle him. Why don't fighters just become citizens? It's not that easy. Dana said Hamzat is not fighting because of personal issues, but Hamzat is claiming he wants to fight for the last 2-3 months. The hell is going on? I might have to make a video, but it's just going to be so much speculation, and I hate doing that. What will be your first official prediction for Islam versus Colby? Colby by decision would be my prediction. What would your official... Okay, read that. Colby doesn't have a win against anyone in the current top 10. Yeah, he doesn't have a win on the current top 15 if you subtract Jorge Masvidal because he's retired. Colby knows we're onto his resume. That's why he says the guys when I beat them. Yeah, Colby's a clown for that. Dude doesn't want to fight. He would be an absolute nightmare as a champion. He's going to try to call out Nick Diaz or some dumb shit. When is the next Chris Curtis interview? I don't know, man. I have no idea. How do you think Hamzat would handle his relationship with Kadyrov being brought up by like a guy like Colby? If he says the wrong thing, his whole family could legit disappear. I have no idea. The person that used to do that for Kadyrov ended up dying and mysteriously disappearing as well. The video could get a ton of views. Yeah, and it does make sense, and it probably will come out to be true, so I may have to make that. How hard is it to become a citizen? It's pretty hard. What makes you think Colby would win? I just don't think Islam will be able to out-grapple him. And I think the volume of Colby would probably be too much. Even though I think Islam's the better technical striker. But I think it could go either way, but I would go Colby. It can take decades. If Aljo chokes Sean to sleep in round 1 in 50 seconds like he did Corey, I think Dana would literally cry in the post-fight presser. You ain't kidding, my friend. You ain't kidding. If Brady beats JDM with ease, do we get him back up there? Back up to important fights? Yes, you give him a big fight next. Colby's blackballing Dana. He has the real power slap numbers. Yeah, that's probably true. Colby's a draw. Colby's a draw. That's all I'm hearing. Hamzat went from winning the fight twice in the same night to disappearing in the thin air. Yep. Would Hamzat be allowed to enter the UK then? Not sure how that works with... I have no idea. I have no clue where Hamzat's at right now. Does anyone know where he's at currently? It took Glover almost 10 years to get citizenship after he returned to the UFC. Yeah, didn't he leave the U.S. to try to come back? Because I know what happens is if you want citizenship, you have to leave the United States and then come back. Like if you're here illegally or you're here on an expired visa, you have to leave the United States and then come back. And when you leave the United States, you're in the process, and it may not go through for a while. So some people will have families here. They'll have to go back to their home country and thinking they're coming back in a couple of weeks or a month, and then sometimes it ends up being years. So it's really a tricky situation. Hot take, I think Leon Edwards has the potential to clear the welterweight division. I doubt it. How tall are you, Joey? I'm 6'3". I'm putting my Venom gear on right now and en route to put Kelvin into Boston Crab for that atrocious song. Dude, the rap song is so bad. Brian Ortega versus Bryce Mitchell. Who wins? Brian Ortega. I think Brian Ortega is the better striker, and he would have the jiu-jitsu threat. What's funny is the same people saying Colby is a draw. Those same people are the ones that pirate the pay-per-views. So Colby can't even convince you to buy a pay-per-view. You got to pirate it. But he's a draw, all right. What about Cejudo's rap song? I've never heard that one. But it's probably just equally as abhorrent. Honest, non-biased thoughts on Dana? Dude, Dana's a perpetual liar, but does a good job at promoting fights and did a good job helping building the sport of UFC. I believe he's kind of started to have some type of mental episode over the past few years. Evloev, future champ. Impossible to say. Future title contender, I think. I see both Beneil and Oliveira are more difficult and tricky to deal with than Colby for Islam. I mean, I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong. Does Mighty Mouse beat Moreno if he came back? I'm going to say no, but it'd be close. It's slightly better than Kelvin's? Okay. Who's excited for Dern versus Hill? Can't wait. Yeah. Really looking forward to that one. That one really should be sick. Can't wait for that one. Oh, yeah. It's going to be so good. Oh, my God. Angela Hill, Mackenzie Dern. Woo! Oh, my good. Can we main event that 3 times over? I hope we get a trilogy. So, yeah, I don't know. Colby's a draw worth pirating? Yeah, right. Do you think if Hamzat does fight at 294 in Abu Dhabi, the question will be asked about where he has been and what do you think his response will be? He'll just say, oh, he's been dealing with some personal stuff. If you notice when Aaron Bronstetter asked him a question, I had to go back and watch that interview, Dana kind of paused and was thinking about what he was saying. I believe the war that's going on right now and his close relationship with Kadyrov, the Chechen warlord, I think it's keeping him from entering the United States. I really, truly do believe that. Depending on the home country visas, you may not be able to come back to America if you try to get citizen without telling your home country. Yeah, it can be tricky. I know that for sure. Here we go, evil. Here we go. Oh my God, Andy, don't remind me. I got to find out a way to make that my intro. Work that into a rap song. Where was I at? Okay, here we are, Andy. What's up, Tori? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you, my friend. Taporia, future champ. Definitely future title contender. I don't know about future champ. Hey, Joey, which was worse, Dana White's jacuzzi pick or his blatant lies about the power slap numbers? I don't know. That jacuzzi pick, I'm telling you right now, me and my boys got caught in that type of jacuzzi picture, I'd be so embarrassed. Imagine hanging out with your boys and somebody snaps a picture like that and they're like, oh, I'm going to post this on social media. No. Nope, 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 nope. Count me out. And the elevations that both their heads were at, I'm not a big fan of that. Durned by brutal first round KO, we can only hope. Why do MMA fans insist everyone who makes a splash is automatically a pay-per-view draw? Do you have numbers? Exactly. People act like Sean O'Malley's a draw. He's not. There's no evidence to support that Sean O'Malley's a current draw. We'll find out, but there's no current evidence. People like to operate in a fantasy world. Joey, just seeing your reaction, I know you're ready to bust out the popcorn. Can't wait for May 20th. Yeah, I'm thinking about skipping the card this week and just waiting, just in anticipation for May 20. 6th of October, 20th of May. I remember Habib saying 6th of October. Was every fighter in UFC a champ somewhere else before? I hear random ones like Brady. No, I doubt it. Who does Pereira fight next in 205? They're waiting to see if Johnny Walker wins. If Johnny Walker wins, they're going to give Pereira the fight. Now, Hamzat would probably be like, I tried to fight everyone, but no one would accept it. Dale Earnhardt is more of a draw than Colby. 100%. 100%. 150%. Is Islam a draw? No. So, I don't sub from the channel if I caught you in a jacuzzi like that, Joey. Yeah. For sure. Hang with Clay Guido's boys or be one of the very few that participate in Here We Go Evil, Here We Go. Definitely be one of the very few that participate in the Here We Go Evil, Here We Go. I don't want to hang out with Clay Guida and his boys. I don't want to chop it up with Clay Guida and his boys. What's the story behind Here We Go Evil chant? I have a video on my Instagram. You have to scroll back and find it. But it was Jessica Evil Eye chant. She tried to start a chant at the open workouts and it was painfully awkward. She's like, hey everybody, I always wanted to start a chant. Here we go, evil, here we go. Crickets, crickets. Here we go, evil, here we go. Crickets, crickets. Oh my, it was bad. It was bad. It was really bad. What if you walked out of your house just to find Clay Guida and his boys in their F-150 and they asked you to hop in? I'd be like, nah, I'm not hanging out with Clay Guida and his boys. I wouldn't want to hang out with Clay Guida and his boys. I mean, if you'd want to hang out with Clay Guida and his boys, you got issues. We got issues, all right? Like, imagine Clay Guida hitting you up, be like, hey, man, me and the boys are going out for some drinks tonight. You care to join us? No, absolutely not. I'm not kicking it with Clay Guida and his boys. Ever. Dude can go fake a retirement elsewhere. Shavkat versus Edward prediction. I'm going Shavkat. O'Malley's pretty bad on the mic. Yeah, he's not anything particularly great. People pretend, but he's not. What's up, Chase and Tori? What's going on, my friend? Glad you're listening. My dad, Stu, used to say if a worker's a draw, he'll do everything to make sure people know he's a draw. I guess so. Would you hang out with Joe Lozon and the boys? As long as it's not Clay Guida and the boys, I'd consider it. I'd rather be at NASCAR firing up my girl than be Jessica I that day. Yeah, I agree. Who has the worst fight IQ? Geez, the first name that came to my mind has just passed away recently, so I can't say it. You can guess it, though. What do you have against Clay Guida? I don't know. He asked me to kick it with him and his boys, and I'm just not doing it, all right? How many Jamal Hill title defenses? For right now, I'm going to go 0. I'm going to say he loses the year in his first attempt at a title defense. Did you see Usmagulov versus Grant Dawson was announced? Who do you think wins that? Ismagulov. Grant Dawson ain't winning that, dude. Grant Dawson's a bum. An absolute bum. I heard Umar was going to be on a main event card. I saw something about that too, but I don't know who it's going to be against. It honestly could be anyone. I wonder if they're going to feed him the dead corpse of Dominic Cruz. That's what it could be. It could be the dead corpse of Dominic Cruz. But it's impossible to say. It really is impossible to say. I wish it was Merab, though. Who do you got, Henry or Merab? I'm going Henry. I'm going Merab. I'm going Henry to lose. I did a video today about that, kind of. I talk about Henry, Merab, and UFC 288 decision. It's out on the channel as we speak. 6 hours. It's been 6 hours since I uploaded that. It feels like it's been 10 minutes. It's actually doing pretty good. It's already got over 2,000 views, or close to 2,000 views. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Oh my goodness. How fast is MMA Joey getting his UFC credential stripped if he's asking the questions? Day one. Day one. Sean O'Malley, true ranking in the top 15. I'd put him at number 7. I'd put him at like number 7-ish. Somewhere around Marlon Vera and Rob Font and Song Yudong. Somewhere sandwiched in there. Okay, let me scroll back up. Who do you got in Henry Merab? I got Merab. How many title offenses for Jamal? 0. O'Malley's a surfer bro on the mic. That's true. John Jones and Izzy probably the only pay-per-view draws besides Connor. You're probably right. Joe, you kicking it with your favorite fighter, Jeremy Stevens, and his boys? Hell no. Both Pavlovich and Gane shouldn't fight. The former has a case in getting the next title shot, while the latter needs to take some time off. Agreed. I imagine hanging out with Clay Guida and his boys is like visiting a primate exhibit at the local zoo, maybe. I think Ismagulov takes it with a Stone Cold Stunner. I always think Stone Cold Stunner into a sharpshooter. UFC 291 for July 29. What about it? You brought up valid points in your new video by Henry. Thank you for watching it, Vince. Henry's not the same, exactly. I'm doing some research on where Hamzat currently lives, and I'm down to about 40 countries. I'll get back to you with more. Yeah. Figgy fought 3 times in a row, and they were all big fights, and they were all good. Izzy and Alex have been to wars back-to-back. Okay. I believe Kron has the best fight IQ, keeping a grown man between his legs for 15 straight minutes. Had his opponent shook. Yeah, imagine your strategy is like, I'm going to go in and put a grown man in between my legs and just wrap my legs around him the whole time. And if I get the chance, I'm going to wrap my legs around his head. Merab wearing O'Malley's jacket was funny. That was pretty funny. I agree. Thoughts on Ariel saying Umar doesn't deserve a fight with Merab? A part of it feels like he's just saying because Umar's managed by Ali. Now, he was hyping up the O'Malley-Yan fight. Ariel's a piece of shit. Ariel holds it against Ali-managed fighters. Merab is such a character that he is. If Shavkat doesn't get a top 5 opponent in the next 3 to 4 months, do you think he should take on a ranked guy just to stay active? He really should get a top-ranked guy, but there's no one available right now. I guess you're going to throw Gilbert Burns to Shavkat then. But it's not going to be in 3 to 4 months. I don't know who it would be against. But yeah, he should fight someone behind him just to stay active, and he can get another finish. He can get another finish. So he can, dude. Imagine Shavkat has to fight the winner of Jack Della Maddalena and Sean Brady. Could you imagine that? Whose man is wanting to fight Chimaev? I don't know. There's some talk of the Usman one. What did I walk into? Joey said wrapping his leg around what? Pause. We were talking about Kron Gracie. Okay, read that. You a goat? Thank you. Is Belal the type of guy to win a street fight by unanimous decision? Exactly. Do you think Aljo can ever overcome the acting job to win the title with fans? I gained a lot of respect for him after fighting Henry. No, I think a lot of fans will always hold it against him. I'm having trouble with it myself. I can't respect it. But he does deserve respect. Joey, my guy, what's good? What's up, Sly? You thinking the same? Shavkat versus winner of Brady Maddalena. Dude, Jack Della Maddalena versus Shavkat? That'd be crazy. Nate Diaz makes his return to fight against Shavkat. Dude, he would never take that fight in a million years. He would never take that fight in a million years. You know what Shavkat would do to Nate Diaz? Oh my goodness. Vernon Jandaroba versus Shavkat is a barn burner. That it is. Kron hired a golden retriever as his head coach. Yes. Yes, he did. Shavkat versus CM Punk. I'd love to watch CM Punk just get absolutely dirted by Shavkat. And let me stop before the UFC books that shit. Oh, MMA Joey wants to see it. Let's book it. He's crying about every horrible fight we already booked. CM Punk don't get that dog. And I'll never forget that gallop that CM Punk had in the Mickey Gall fight. He just galloped across the cage. Just galloped there. Vernon Jandaroba versus Shavkat's a barn burner. That it is. That it is. It's either between that or Shavkat versus Juliana Miller. It's hard for me to respect him when he's on his heels and moving his heads around trying to get kneed. Yeah, that shit is a bad look. Any thoughts on a quick turnaround for Aljo? Heard the UFC's booking his fight with O'Malley in August. That is a very quick turnaround. He cuts weight, too. That's definitely an advantage for O'Malley. You think a UFC fighter's kid can piece up Kron Gracie just being there and watching technique? Dude, honestly, I'd like my chances against Kron just purely striking. I like it. Worst main event, upcoming confirmed cards, in your humble opinion? I mean, it's probably a tie between Mackenzie Dern versus Angela Hill and Holly Holm versus Myra Bueno Silva. That shit is god-awful. Both those are so bad. I'm almost ready to skip them. I'm going to be honest. I'm almost just I'm not covering them at all on the channel. I don't know. Shout out to any channel that's going to cover that shit. I don't think I'm doing a live stream for that. I'll just complain the whole time. I've seen crackheads with better game plans than Kron. That's true. Kind of disappointed Henry didn't go for any chokes. I think Henry should have just laid on him. It might have been boring as hell. People would have blamed Aljo for it anyway. Random take, am I crazy for not considering John Jones GOAT at heavyweight? Adverse heavyweight win, I feel like he has more guns and competence. Well, I already considered him the GOAT before that, so I say you are crazy. Worst, okay, I already read that. How's it going, Joey? What's up, Niles? It's going good. How are you? Kron has that homeless great. Yeah, he just sleeps on park benches and trains jiu-jitsu. Can't beat Cavillo versus I. That is really bad. Triple C has no subs in his MMA career. That is true. We like when you complain. It's funny. Hey, man, I'm just giving you my honest opinion when I complain. But people like to think, oh, you know, let me prop myself up now because I'm done sinking down in my chair. Hold on. But I compliment it. I compliment the UFC when they do good things too. It's not like I'm solely bashing the UFC. When they have great fights and great cards, I'm the first to be hyping them up. So, is this a Kron Gracie slander stream? If so, do more. We slandered it last night. Go to the live stream from last night. Someone commented a timestamp of me just shitting all over O'Malley. It was actually hilarious. So, do you think Shavkat should move up to middleweight at some point in the future? No, not right now, I don't think. It's hard to say. What's the best base for MMA? I don't know, probably wrestling. O'Malley was throwing pay-per-view buys out the window when he kept repeating, better look better than that. Dana had to cut it short. Yeah. Yeah, people act like O'Malley's a draw. I have a feeling that pay-per-view isn't going to do that great. Do like 300K. Do like 300K, maybe 350. Is what I'm thinking. Number-wise, John is the GOAT, but dominance-wise, Khabib is. Nobody's ever been cut. Dude, but he doesn't have the career longevity, so it's irrelevant, in my opinion. Khabib's not even close to being the GOAT of the UFC. Nchekwu versus Kutalaba was terrible. Oh, my God. Don't even remind me. Do you think Nick and Nate will ever fight in the UFC again? Gun to my head, I say no, and I think I live. What does the UFC do that pisses you off the most? I don't know. There's a couple things. Horrible main events, though. Number-wise, okay, I read that. Are there any fights in the future where you'd be sad to see either lose? Hamzat versus Shavkat. Imagine Dana not keeping his promise and feed Belal to Shavkat. Wouldn't surprise me. But I feel like Shavkat's going to be ready to fight sooner than Belal is. Do you think Nick and Nate know? Or already answer that? Unless I see the next Gracie knocking guys out, I don't want to see them in MMA. Yeah, I mean, it's basically just the last name carrying them to the UFC. That's all it is, boys. Is Shavkat top 3 best in the welterweight division right now? Yes. O'Malley's audience is probably illegally streaming. Yeah, it's a bunch of 16-year-old kids who wearing tube socks with marijuana leaves on them. Okay? They got tube socks with depictions of marijuana leaves. They ain't buying the pay-per-views. They're just streaming them. They ain't convincing their parents to buy the pay-per-views. Bro, Khabib is number 10 on the GOAT list at best. Agreed. The first 3 months this year was full of bangers. Now it's downhill. Yeah, we got 2 months of just shit. We got to eat 2 months of shit. Would love to see Usman versus Shavkat. Me too. Usman versus Shavkat would be incredible. I am 16 and don't like O'Malley and stream them. Fair enough. Do you wear tube socks with depictions of marijuana leaves on them? Is the real question. How do you think O'Malley will deal with Sterling's level changes? By putting his feet close together and getting taken down up against the fence. That's my guess. Most boring fighter in the current UFC roster in your not so humble opinion? I don't know. It's hard to say. I can't think of somebody right now. I'll go Rose Namajunas just because of her last performance. Nah, honestly, don't let Usman knock off a contender in Shavkat. Yeah, that would suck too. He wears marijuana ankle socks. What UFC of all time do you think most likely killed a dude? I don't know what you mean. Oh, by the way, I'm Nigerian from the same tribe as Kenny and Chukwu. It's pronounced Nzechukwu. They used to call him the other one, the other pronunciation, but it's hard pronouncing all these fighters' names. Nzechukwu. I'll do my best. I'll try to remember. Lemon peace. Box 12 rounds with Mike Tyson or hang with Clay Guida and his boys. Box 12 rounds. Box 12 rounds for sure. Who you taking, MJ or Ferreira for next week's card? MJ's super inconsistent, but has the better striking, but doesn't have great takedown defense. I don't know. I'll lean Ferreira right now. How would MVP do in the UFC? He would get starched in the welterweight division badly. He would get out-grappled, beat up, and destroyed. Most damaging fight was Gray Maynard, Frankie Edgar too. That was nasty. Joey, thoughts on Jessica Rose Clark versus Tanora Lisboa? Found something insulting that Lisboa is the favorite considering she beat no one with a winning record. They're both garbage cans, so it really could go either way. Joe, do you know why the start times are so damn early this weekend? My guess is there's something with basketball playoffs going on this Saturday. That's my best guess. I don't know, though, because I don't pay attention to basketball at all. How fast does Ige flatline Nate the Train? I don't know if he does. Nate the Train is super durable. Nate the Train is super durable. Just got done with your last live stream and saw you back on. I'm always live, my friend. How many of you guys rewatch the live streams after the fact? Let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Do you rewatch the live streams after the fact? I'm curious because the analytics don't show it the proper way. So it's really hard to see how many people actually watch after the fact. So I'm curious. Let me know. Let me know if you guys watch the streams after the fact, yes or no. No offense taken either way. Sandhagen or Merab? Merab. Will Rose ever fight again? And if so, who does she fight? I'm going to say no. Spectominus, I do. Goat Bob says no. I always rewatch what I miss at work. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Is Michelle Pedetta still fighting Wonderboy? I don't know. It got canceled. Some of them, not everyone. Some. Joe, what is your most entertaining fighters to watch? Yuri Prohaska, Charles Oliveira, Hamzat Chimaev. I watch every stream, even if I miss them live. That's awesome, dude. That's crazy. I'm just curious, what's the rewatchability of something like these? Like, how much do people really enjoy them? If they're not live, you know what I mean? Because typically you see a 2-hour video, no one wants to click on it. So I don't think they get a lot of views after the fact. But that's after I watch the videos first. I watch almost every one on the way to and from work. That's crazy to me. That some of you guys literally have like earphones in at work just listening to these streams. In the future, right? Somebody right now, I'm not talking about you guys that are here live. If somebody's rewatching this stream and you're at work listening to this chat right this very second, comment down below, because this video is now just a regular video you can comment on. Comment down below and let me know. So that's for future people who are watching, not watching live. Not you guys in the chat. Do you think Nate Diaz can take... I don't know. Cejudo versus Merab prediction. I'm going Merab decision. Benil versus Oliveira. Who wins? I've been switching back and forth. I'm going to go Oliveira right now. Found your videos while I was at work. Popped up in my algorithm. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm currently even at the office. Really? Who's at work right now in the chat? Who's at work right now? And you're listening to this stream. That's nuts. It's crazy. I started this channel 2 years ago. We're talking about Boston Crabs. We're talking about Cron Gracie leaving shit stains on the Monster Energy logo in the octagon. And you guys are just at work, like working away, acting professional. And that's crazy. I listened on the way to the... I was listening in the car on the way to work. You cover so many topics. It's easy listen. Did you watch the stream the other day where we were talking about Popeyes for like 35 minutes? Those streams are always funny to me. Like, I'm like, damn, someone's probably rewatching this shit. We're talking about Popeyes the whole time. Me, I get off in like 2 hours. That's crazy. Talking about Wingstop. Will Anthony retire if he loses this Saturday? Will Anthony retire if he loses? No. The Popeye stream was hilarious. Wasn't it you that commented on it? I said, yeah, when I go to Popeyes, I pull up to the drive-thru speaker. I just tell them, look, just give me whatever the fuck you want because you're going to do it anyway. That shit's funny. That is real. That's one of the funniest things I've ever said on the channel. Yeah, guys, just throw in the bag whatever the fuck you want because that's what you're going to do anyway. You never get the order right anyway, so why am I even ordering? Cejudo versus Merab prediction. Merab by pressure, grappling, clinch, decision. I'm dying right now, even though I heard the joke yesterday. Shit's still funny. That's really one of the funniest. Like, I even made myself laugh when I said that. Because it's so true, too. That's what makes it so funny. Like, why even order at Popeyes anymore? They might as well just give out mystery boxes. Because that's basically what they do anyway, you know? Yeah, we'll be right with you with 40. All our chicken is already made. We already have this, like, conveyor belt of chicken. But we're going to make you wait 40 minutes. And we're going to give you a randomized order anyway. You're not going to get what you ordered. I don't want to hear no shit. And then if they give you the wrong order and you try to go back and get a new order, they get an attitude with you. Like you've done something wrong, okay? You know, I'm like, hey, excuse me, miss. My order's fucked up. I don't even have any of the right items that I actually ordered. And they get an attitude with me? You get an attitude with me like I've done something wrong? I didn't fuck up this order. You just gave me whatever you pleased. They might as well just give out the mystery boxes. I'm telling you right now. I 100% believe... I think they have like nationwide Popeyes recruiters. I think they just hang outside of prisons, like right at the exit, and they just offer a ride home to all the inmates that are getting released. And they're like, hey, look, you want a job? Here's the job qualifications. You can never accurately fill an order. You must smoke at least 2 packs of Marlboro Reds a day. You have to get rude with the customer. And anytime you take an order, you have to make sure you start a timer. That order is not fulfilled for at least 45 to 55 minutes. And that's the way we go. That's the way we go. If you can handle all those things, you can't wash your hands after you go to the bathroom. And you know, if someone brings back an order and tells you it's incorrect, I want you to get an attitude with them. And if they get an attitude back, I want you to assault them. I want you to pull out one of the baskets from the deep fryer. And I want you to mollywop them right upside the head with it. And be like, bitch, take that mystery box and go home before I whoop your ass. That's the qualifications for the job. The Popeyes mystery box. Dude, am I wrong? Am I wrong? And I'm telling you, it's every Popeyes too. It's every Popeyes. I've never been to a Popeyes that doesn't give you a mystery box. So that's crazy. That's just crazy. Now we're veering off to talking about Popeyes again. And also, I meant to mention, you have to drop the food on the floor before boxing it up for the customer. And if anybody asks for any sauce, make sure you give them the wrong sauces. D-Rod will dirty box Ian to a split decision. Nah, I think Ian Gary's gonna win. Aljo on all fours should be a reason enough to bring back soccer kicks and ground knees. Dude, Aljo on all fours just bobbing his head around. Shit's annoying. I'm just loving the fact that somebody's going to be listening to this stream at work tomorrow. And they'll be like, damn, this dude's talking about Popeye's mystery boxes. Even if you're not at work and you're hearing me talking about Popeye's mystery boxes, I want you to comment down below. Make some type of joke about Popeye's mystery boxes if you're watching this in the future. Popeye's mystery box is crazy. $10. Okay. Here's your mystery receipt. Yeah. Yeah, just give me whatever you want and just charge me for whatever you want. Because it's going to be $55 anyway. Favorite pay-per-view and fight night of this year? I have Jan Merab and 285. 287 is my favorite fight of the year. Fake fight card of the year. Favorite fight night? I don't know. Every time we get Popeyes, I always hear my dad say, "This is not what I ordered." my local. Let me look up Popeyes. Popeyes. Let's see what their ratings are. Let's see. Did they just take off the ratings reviews? This Popeyes got a 2.9. Let's read some Popeyes reviews real quick. Let's read some Popeyes reviews. Hold on. Hold on real quick. Let's find which one has the lowest rating. This one's got a 2.6. Damn, this one looks nice. If that's the picture of it. Let's read some quick reviews from this Popeyes, okay? This is somewhere in the state of Maryland. Okay, I have no idea what this is going to say. I haven't read these before, obviously. I purchased a 3-piece wing combo. All during the night, I had stomach cramps. Then I went to the bathroom on the toilet all night long until this morning. No more Popeyes at this mall. My stomach hurt so bad I could not stop crying. I'm done. I did not see that one coming. Okay, let's see. Was told it would be about a 15-minute wait for fresh chicken. Okay, I want all dark meat, so I was fine with that. But then 30 minutes later, they finally give me my food. I was supposed to have 2 large sides. The macaroni and cheese was old and half full. It's a family deal, and they gave us 1 utensils. Unlike other Popeyes, no refills on drinks. So we can't eat half our food. That one's not as funny, all right? Let's continue on. I'm just picking at random ones. Why are they all so slow? My goodness, it takes 30 minutes for them to give you your food after you order. The one woman who's supposed to fill the order definitely had ADHD, and she cannot concentrate on one particular task at all. She keeps getting distracted while filling my box with food and walking away, then taking forever to come back to fill the box with food. All she does is talk and ask questions. This was my second Sunday in a row, and I let the first time slide. But going back, the second experience was the same behavior, and incompetence is an eye-opener for me to never order from them again. Either they need better training or to hire more competent people. I will never order anything from that Popeyes anymore until they get their act together. Total time waster. That was a good one. All right, here's a good one. The employees were all caps, rude and nasty. I really hate coming here, but my family loves the food. I got in an argument with the same employee there twice. She's snippy and very disrespectful. She should not be working there. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. The first one had me dying laughing, though. I'll read one more. Too bad all the food was old, and very old oil gave me a stomach ache. I spent 2 days sick to my stomach. I called and no one ever answered me aside from the majority of them being Latino people working, and seeing that I am Latino speaking English. I have no problem with English, but they need to be more professional with their customers. Okay? Yeah, there we go. There's some good reviews. I hope you guys enjoyed that because I'm not reading the chat right now. That's funny as hell. Dude said he had diarrhea for 2 days. For 2 days. Damn, this one's got a 3.5. Let's zoom out real quick. What's this one? Let's see. Hold on, I gotta read one more. This one looks funny. I ordered 2 orders of chicken tenders. They gave me 6 biscuits instead of my chicken tenders. Like, bruh, I don't want your dry ass biscuits. If you don't have chicken, then just say that. I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I was not reading the chat. And I hope you guys enjoyed me reading the Popeyes reviews. I was making $12 an hour at a smoke shop when I quit as a negotiation tactic. After 3 years unemployed, I got hired back as an assistant manager, making $16 an hour. Good things happen. I'm proud of you, Smithers. Keith Peterson heading over to Popeyes right now. That is true. They'll send your order through an email so you don't have to wait in the drive-thru. Yeah. What state are you in? I'm from Minnesota and they're okay. Maryland. Next stream going to be titled Fight Night Predictions Popeye Slander. Maybe after this stream I'll add Popeye Slander into the title. I'm actually getting warm. It's warm up here. I'm waiting for someone. Look, if someone if someone donates me 20 and tells me to go to Popeyes tomorrow, I'm going to have to go to Popeyes for them now. I should have never said that because now I'm going to be forced to go to Popeyes soon. My local Popeyes is a 1.5 star. Yeah, I know exactly where you live, JJ Smoke, from your Wingstop location. Cron Gracie still has tube TV with rabbit ears and a VCR probably. Have you heard of Cane's Chicken Fingers? I've heard of Cane's before, never had it. Yo, I'm crying. That's me after Taco Bell. Popeye just doesn't care at all nationwide. Mine's a 3.9. Any place that doesn't let you refill their drinks are cheap MFers. I went to America's Best Wings like at a random spot near like this disc golf course like 45 minutes from my house. They had signs everywhere. 1 ranch per 10-piece wings. No free refills. And all this shit. And this dude came in and was talking to the guy there. And he was like, man, he was reading the signs. It was also like, if you return your food, you cannot get a refund. There were signs everywhere. If you return your food, you cannot get a refund. You can only get replacement food. Stuff like that just everywhere. Some dude came in, was talking to the guy, and was like, man, why are you cheap? Why are you so damn cheap? And the guy was just laughing. It was hilarious. There has to be a series on this live stream reading Yelp reviews. That is true. Burnt Toast, thank you for the $1.99 donation. Boogie Wings prediction and you versus the winner. I don't even know what that means. But I'll win. So I was on a trip with my girlfriend a few years ago. We drove through Arby's drive-thru. We were waiting to get our food, and the girl working there looked at us and started twerking. That is very weird. That is very, very weird. I don't know how that happens. Guaranteed Keith Peterson gets the family discount at Popeyes for sure. We got to get a time lapse of Joey sinking down in his chair. The chicken sandwich craze made Popeyes too mainstream. Been all downhill from there. They've been horrible for a long while. I've never went to Popeyes in my entire life and got a correct order. I've never. Like, I don't know how anyone who's in like their 60s or 70s ever goes to Popeyes. I'd be scared like my life would end while I was waiting for my food. That first review was the funniest one though. Can you tell Cron Gracie that he doesn't rent movies from Blockbuster? He's stuck in 1993. Yeah. Don't go to Cane's. It's horrible. The dono was about YouTube clown shows. Oh. Alright. Damn, man. I have to literally just order the chicken sandwiches. I'm going to have to go there soon and get some spicy tenders. They do have good food. Their fries are great. But yeah. I'm reading some Popeyes reviews in my hometown and this MFer got a warm lemonade. Would you get Popeyes or take a laxative? I mean, they're both going to have the same outcome. They're both going to have the same outcome. So either one, you know. I guess I would just take the laxative, so at least that way I didn't waste 2 hours of my life waiting for food. Also, who heard that Bellator is adopting a pay-per-view model for Canada? You no longer can watch on YouTube. Yeah, if you need to detox, you definitely need to order some spicy chicken from Popeyes. I swear, Buffalo Wild Wings, I don't know what they're doing. They're on the same thing. That's a lie. Raising Cane's is good. Let's see what the closest one is to me. Oh, there's actually one that's not that far away. They must have just opened this. I'm trying to look at these pictures. Don't all they sell is chicken tenders? Those chicken tenders better be good if that's all they sell. They got biscuits and chicken tenders, right? I wonder if it's actually good or not. It looks pretty good. BWW has gotten worse in the past 15 years. Yeah, I used to like going there. I stopped going there years ago. Joey, I'm telling you. You tell me what? Joey, what's your top 3 favorite foods? No order. I don't know. It's basically all chicken. It's basically all chicken. Chicken breast, chicken sandwich, chicken nuggets, chicken wings, steak. I like steak quite a bit too. So it's chicken and steak in no particular order and in no particular you know, it could be any type of chicken meal. Could be grilled chicken. Could be fried chicken. Whatever it may be. Chicken's so good. You can never go wrong with chicken. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, my friend. I can't believe it's already 1 a.m. How does this shit happen? Raising Cane's was way overhyped. Like, way overhyped. We'll see. Did you see Ty Tuivasa Domino's Pizza ad? I did not. I'm cooking turkey late. Why are you cooking turkey right now? Baked chicken is horrible? I don't think it's horrible. I went to Popeyes and left with a crispy chicken sandwich. Joey should have a grilling and lawn care channel. I'd love to, but I don't have time. Joe, I'm a baseball scout from the other day. Canes is a solid 8 out of 10. I'll take your word for it, J-Dub. We'll see. There's one like 25, 30 minutes from me. Maybe a little bit further. I might have to go there soon. My new favorite pastime is finding a disc golf course that's like near like a random restaurant and then go and play disc golf and then go into that random restaurant afterwards. So, I'm telling you, bro, it's always soggy. I'll try it out. I'll have to try it out soon, and I'll give a report back. Can you tell Kron Gracie the Titanic film is still in theaters? Yes, I will. I'll let him know. UFC is saving Ty for the Sydney card, it seems. I'd like to see him versus Volkov. Joe, if you need reliable fried chicken, go to Church's Chicken or Bojangles. I don't think we have that near us. Bojangles near me. Let's see. Closest Bojangles. Let's see. Where am I at in this? Jeez. Yeah, the closest Bojangles is kind of far from me. Like, really far. Like, we're talking hours. If I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look. Closest one is about 50 minutes from me. So that probably ain't going to happen. They don't have Bojangles up north. Chick-fil-A is 10 times better than any Cane's or Popeyes. Yeah, Chick-fil-A is so good. How many years until the new gen UFC fighters take over? I'll say 3. Depends who you technically consider the new breed. It's depends who you consider the new breed. I don't know if this is true or not, but my grandpa told me he got rat in his Popeyes one time, fell in the fryer, and they just put it in his box without noticing. You got to find out if that's true, dude. I consider new mid to late 20s. Okay. The new breed of fighter is Kron Gracie and Chaos Williams. Yeah, for sure. For sure, that is Kron Gracie's taking over the UFC. He didn't come to take part. He came to take over. He didn't come to take part. He came to take over. That's what happened there. That's what happened there. I had so many videos I wanted to make, and I didn't make them all. But let's see how many I made since Saturday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I made 8 videos since Saturday. That's pretty damn good. I'm on a one-a-day schedule, boys. How do you guys feel about my video output? Too much? Not enough? My video output, how do you feel about it on the channel? I try to pump out as much quality content that I possibly can. Dude, I can't stand hair in my food. It disgusts me to the point I don't even want to eat the rest. Dude, what pisses me off is sometimes it's my own hair. At least 3 a day. Damn. 3 a day. You want me pumping out 3 a day? You sound like your mother, Jack. Stop it, bro. Video output is good. Usman would KO Belal? Maybe. Yeah, one of my own hairs will fall on my food. I'm disgusted. I can't eat this anymore. I'm pretty sure he was mad when he was talking about it. He seemed serious. Who? I ate Popeyes during Mardi Gras and I literally emptied the whole tank the whole night. Never had it since. Yeah, I would never go to Popeyes if I had something to do important the next day. Because I'm going to be sitting on the toilet probably. I feel like Usman's knee might have finally caught up to him. I don't know if he'll be champ again. But I do see him eating a few contenders before he goes. Yeah, I agree. I think Tony Ferguson needs to be institutionalized. I don't want to jump the gun, but maybe. Who knows? By the way, guys, if you don't follow me, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at MMAJoeyC. Somebody shared it with me. A guy named Jackson, not the Jackson you guys are thinking of, but a different Jackson, who's a big fan of the channel, and he's an artist, a professional artist. He's really good. He painted a picture of Sean O'Malley, and he wanted to get in contact with him to send it to him. And I tagged Sean O'Malley on my story with the painting, and Sean O'Malley reposted it. So if you go look at Sean O'Malley's, if you go look at my story, you can see what Sean O'Malley reposted on his story. Somebody tweeted to me and told me, so then I went and looked and saw that it was reposted. So, got to go follow me on Instagram for the good stuff. And I'm always tweeting out, talking shit on Twitter to people. So, if you guys enjoy that type of stuff, go follow me there. Hamzat replied to Usman's tweet. Hopefully it happens then. That was a dream fight of mine that got ruined. They're out there to make a living, not a charity. Walker's going to walk Anthony Smith. Videos and the rewatchable streams, the output is good. Thank you, Dominic. I was at McDonald's with this boy one time, and dude walked in for sauce for his kid's meal, and whatever the dude tried to charge 30 cents for one sauce. That's crazy. Dude, thank you for the $1.99, Jeremy. Late night streams got me feeling like Jeff Molina. I'm not sure what that means, but thank you. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I'll take the $1.99. If Habib fought, I mean, imagine charging 30 cents for a sauce. That's cheap as hell. Well, what's funny is, so there's like America's Best Wings now just all over the place, and they opened another one in my general vicinity, and the other one's always asking, you only get one ranch with your wings. You only get one ranch. And if you get extra, it's like 50 cents or 60 cents or something. But the new one that I've gone to, for some reason, I don't know, the guy thinks we're friends or something. I don't know if I'm supposed to know this guy from somewhere or something, because every time I go in there, dude's talking to me like I'm his best friend. Every time. He's like, how many ranches you want? And I'm like, okay, give me 3. He's like, all right, here you go. Have a good one. I don't know if I supposedly know him from somewhere or what. Because random story, this is a totally different story. I think it was this year actually. So I think it was this year or maybe the end of last year maybe. I don't know. I think maybe it was the end of last year. Some dude's car broke down and it looked like he needed a jump. So I gave him a jump. I stopped and gave him a jump. And then I forgot about it. That was probably like maybe October, November, December, somewhere around there. And then I think it was January or February this year, I randomly ordered a pizza to my grandmother's house. And when the guy came walking up the sidewalk and I opened the door to go give him the money, he was smiling ear to ear. And he was like, "Remember me? Remember me?" And it was the guy I gave a jump to. It was the guy I gave a jump to. So that's a classic restaurant salesman trick. Always talk to your customers like you know them. I don't know, dude. I don't ever have that happen to me anywhere else. I mean, everyone's always nice, but or most of the time, not really. Even everyone's not always nice, but so I don't know. Dude said, "How many ranches you want?" I'm like, "Let me get 3 of them Johns." So I don't know. In Baltimore, pretty much everyone that works at the restaurants are just rude, pretty much 24/7. So, but yeah. So the pizza delivery guy, ended up being a guy I gave a jump to. So, hopefully, I might see him again one day. Love to be more slang. Yeah, I think I use that quite a bit on the channel. I use that quite a bit in life, John. John is basically keyword for anything you want it to be. Maybe he gets pleasure from your videos, maybe. Is there any former champ right now that has the chance of reclaiming their title as it stands besides Jerry, even though the fight is close in either direction? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think any former champ right now has the chance of reclaiming their belt. Besides Yuri. Valentina. You're right. Valentina. Could you argue that watching UFC on TV is better than actually going to the event? Yes, you could. Joey's got the connections. Love to be more slang. Dude is trying to give verbal pleasure to get a tip. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. I know. Hey, I know damn well Andy right here. Andy goes to the strip clubs, and he's like, he tells his friends, he's like, "Yeah, the stripper's really into me. I think she wants me." I know Andy's that type of guy. I know that for sure. Probably Nolan as well. He goes to the strip club and say, "Yeah, the stripper's into me." Do you use broads when talking about females? No, I don't. I don't. You can't get a tip out of my wallet, but you can get a tip of something else if you know what I mean. Jack, I'm reporting to your parents. You're gonna get kicked off. You're gonna get kicked off online. Yeah, Andy tells all his friends, he's like, "Yeah, the stripper's really into me. I think she really wants me." Yeah, that's her job, dipshit. That's funny. That's really funny. He's like, "Yeah, I think I'm going to try to bring that stripper home. She told me she's a debutante." She's a debutante at this fine establishment. Oh my, hey, funny story, hilarious story. That when I said fine establishment reminded me of. One time, this wasn't even that long ago. This was like maybe 3-4 years ago. They opened a Dave and Buster's. Like maybe like 30-40 minutes from where I live. And my grandmother had like saw a commercial or something. And she was like, "Yeah, I seen a commercial for Buster and Dave's." She called it Buster and Dave's. And so I thought it'd be funny one day to take her to Buster and Dave's. And so I took my grandma to Buster and Dave's. And she played some games. We had some dinner and whatnot. And then I have a video of it somewhere. Because she had a good time. She played like a Pac-Man machine and everything. And I said, what you think of Buster and Dave's? And she said, without missing a beat, she said, "I think it was a damn fine establishment." It was pretty funny, though. I think that was like 2019, maybe? 2018, maybe? Took her to old Buster and Dave's. I haven't been there since. But maybe I need to go there again. She said, "That's a damn fine establishment." I wonder, I think I have a picture. Let me see if I have a picture of her still on my phone. At Buster and Dave's. Let me take a look. I think it was in like 2018, I want to say. So let me scroll on back to old Buster and Dave's. Let me see. I'm trying to remember when it was. I think it was 2018. But I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing any pictures. I'm trying to scroll through quickly. I don't remember like what time of the year it was. I think that's too far. That's almost 2017. I'm pretty sure it was in 2018. I thought I had a picture of her at Buster and Dave's. Maybe I need to take her back to Buster and Dave's. I wish I could find I had to find the video, but this was a damn fine establishment. This was a damn fine establishment. Yeah, I can't find it. I know I got a good picture somewhere. It was adorable. Maybe it was 2017. Let me go back a little bit further. I don't think it was, though. I do not believe it was, and now I'm searching for a picture so long. But anyway, she thought it was a damn fine establishment. That's basically the moral of the story there. Alright, anyway. I've never pressed a no button so hard. About what? Sterling vacated bantamweight belt. Personal issues apparently. Bet is from trolling. Oh, you're trolling here? I see. Every time I pay at the counter, the cashier always says it's going to ask you a question. The iPad asking for tips. Yeah, I do see that. If she liked Buster and Dave's, I can only imagine what she thinks about Chuck E. Cheese. Dude, there's no Chuck E. Cheese's. There's no Chuck E. Cheese's anymore. Are they gone out of business? Your grandma saying she was going to put you in the Boston Crab was better. That's crazy. That was funny. I forgot about that, honestly. I can't believe it's 1:30, guys. We've gone an hour and a half on stream. We've gone an hour and a half on stream. Chuck E. Cheese in Jacksonville, Florida, where I live. Well, it looks like, Dean, I'm going to have to meet you. I'm going to come down to Jacksonville, Florida. And we can go to Chuck E. Cheese together. Just two grown men hanging around in a Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know if we can do that, though. I'm pretty sure Dean's not allowed within 50 feet of a Chuck E. Cheese. All right, Joey, it's time to try Wingstop for the third time. I believe second time we were a fluke and went to horrible locations. No, I'm not going to Wingstop ever again. I will never go to Wingstop again. As long as I live, I'm not going down to Wingstop. I'm not heading on down to Wingstop. Ain't happening. Ain't happening whatsoever. I'll be damned if I go to Wingstop. 24-hour stream? Absolutely not. Well, I can't remember does anyone know what was the longest stream we ever did that was not a fight watch along? I'd love to know, but I don't know if there's a way to filter that. Yeah, there's not a way. I have no idea what it was. It's probably 2 or 3. It'd probably be like 3 hours, 3.5. What's my favorite MMA fighter? I don't know. Charles Oliveira. If Habib fought Holloway, not doubting Habib would have won, but would Holloway have been finished? He would have finished Holloway, yeah. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Makes sense. 3 hours and 40 minutes. Yeah, I remember we've done some long ones. Pause. Nothing. You know, there's nothing that surprises me more than the length dictates the amount of pleasure that you guys receive. Let me just stop right now. Let's see. Live streams, roughly 2 hours, 6 hours fight companion. I'm looking for a regular live stream. This was 2 hours and 46 minutes I did this. That's crazy. That'd be another hour and a half right now. That'd be craziness. 2 hours and 30 minutes. MMA Joey After Dark. Let's see what else we got here. I'm looking through my streams right now. Okay. Damn, the pre-fight for Alex Pereira Israel Adesanya 2 was damn near 4 hours. 2-year anniversary stream was 4 hours and 18 minutes. Look. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a 3 or 4 hour stream. So, we're about 622 subscribers away right now. So, make it happen. Start sharing the channel to people who actually watch. Pause. What did you just say to me? I said the length dictates the amount of pleasure you guys get. Stay on until 2 o'clock. I don't know about all that. I'm debating. If you guys haven't yet, do me a favor, like the stream. And I know there's got to be at least a couple of you who aren't subscribed. It's time to make the jump and subscribe. UFC 289 live stream. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately. It's going to be horrendous. It's going to be unbearable, but we're going to do it, unfortunately. And it's going to suck ass. But at least we get to watch Charles Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. You know? I wish I could see the amount of streams that I've done. Dude, I remember when I used to have like 3 viewers in the stream. And I used to have long hair and a bushy beard. And I looked like Cron Gracie, basically a hobo. Which was craziness. I used to have a bushy ass beard in some of these. In this stream, I had 1,200 subscribers. That's crazy. It's weird how time goes by. That's nuts. My UFC 266 weigh-in watch-along. UFC 266 post-fight. Bellator 267 post-fight. Damn, live chat 25 with the old SpongeBob shirt on. The old SpongeBob John. Okay, dude, come on now. Why are you spamming a bunch of dumb shit? Joey was a rockin' and rollin' back then. Yeah, I need to get a haircut now, actually. I just like having my hair shorter. So, it looks like from here on out, I'm going to have short hair. That's just the way it's going to be. Alright. Goodbye. Oh. Dude, that's funny. Does Chris Weidman ever return to fight? I'm going to say no. Joey, a real one for reading my chats, unlike the other MMA content creators. Fair enough. Joey told the barber, give me Dom Reyes. Yeah. So give me that Dom Reyes, John. He said, is this what you want to look like? he said, here's the Dom Reyes, John. There's the Dom Reyes, John, right there. That's crazy. That is crazy. Maybe I'll get a haircut tomorrow. I didn't ban him, dude. I just timed him out just to be funny. I told you, dude. I just started my channel. Look, you have to realize, I wanted to record videos for a long time. And I finally just worked myself up to do it. I said, look, I'm just going to record this quick solo vid real quick. And it's going to be awkward as hell. I don't care what I look like because nobody's going to watch it. And, yeah, it was It was something. But I leave all my shit up on my channel. I don't care. You guys can see where I came from, all right? You guys can see where I came from. It was awkward. It was forced. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. Ain't no man ever going to shame me. Ain't no grown man ever going to shame me. So, yep. Dominic Reyes started losing his hair from the stressing that he beat John Jones. That is true, probably. Dude was living that. He's probably going to talk about that during the next fight. He's probably going to be talking about his next fight. Yeah, I should be the champion. I should still be the champion because, what's his name? Robbed me. But he's never going to be champ. Have you ever met a UFC fighter? I met Chris Weidman and I met Donald Cerrone. I met him before. Chances of ordering a pizza and Tai Tuivasa delivers it? No, 0. What I missed there? I don't know what we're talking about anymore. But guys, we've gone for damn near an hour and 40 minutes. I think it's time to get out of here. It's damn near 1:30 in the morning. My throat is tired. My ass is tired. Pause. Tired of talking. Tired of sitting here. And I'm going to be back tomorrow, too. I'm going to try to make a video tomorrow as well. So, I don't know what else is there for us to talk about anyway. I think we've beat a dead horse tonight for the most part. We've really just beat a dead horse repeatedly over and over and over again. So, we'll come back and do it again tomorrow. That's the best way to go. At least, chill, Joey. Yeah, at least you guys got this to do. I need you guys to do this. And I know half of you aren't going to do it anyway. But here's what I need. Here's what I need the real OGs to do, because these are the people I'm going to remember when I get to 100K, okay? These are the people I'm going to remember when I get to 100K. I want you to go to my newest video, my Henry Cejudo video. I want you to like it, comment on it, watch it all the way to the end, and maybe even share it. So, there's the link in the chat. Kron rolled up on me in the street panhandling, asking for help. We'll teach BJJ for food. Yeah. Kron Gracie said, "You got some change? You got some change?" So, the people who go do that, go watch the video, comment on it, like it. When we got 100K in like 3 years, I'm going to remember those people. I'm going to come back to that Henry Cejudo video and be like, yeah, this is an OG right here. So, help boost it in the algorithm. It's already doing decent. It's got over 2,000 views now. So, I would greatly appreciate if you guys help boost it even more. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. I'll be live tomorrow evening, aka Friday evening. I appreciate every single one of you, and good night.